Okay, we are live now to wait and see if anybody comes in. And based on the title, you can tell I was not crazy about the episode. This was probably one of the worst episodes of the season. It was dry as a bone. Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got 18 people. Hopefully more people come in. So yeah. But I picked the winners about 6 hours ago, and about two of them already have their money. Three of them have sent me emails, but now about half of them are not responding yet. But I will announce the winners here soon. But if I do that right now, you're going to leave. Well, no, you're not. This usual. Plus, it's 11 o'clock. I don't know how many people are actually going to be up. Dry as the Sahara. Yeah, exactly. This episode didn't do it. I think we spent way too much. The last two episodes were better than tonight. I agree. I think what did it was we spent way too much time at the law firm. I mean, we spent what, 16, yeah, almost 20 minutes with Andy, Danny, and Fatima. And on the one hand, I did like the scene because it really acted out the last week for me. Like the people on Twitter were represented by Danny and Fatima. Oh, it was self-defense, and he spit on her and did this. Andy represented me trying to look at things from the legal side of, well, it's not self-defense, and you went after him and this, that, and the third. But it just went on way too long. And on the one hand, I do like that Danny like called out Andy about the Gary stuff, but at the same time, like Andy said, that was deflecting. At the same time, Danny was judging Andy for playing Gary by, you know, freaking him. But Andy didn't almost kill someone. And to be completely honest, I kind of wish Jonah was dead simply because now Danny would have to deal with consequences. It just seems way too squeaky clean. And then the episode just got worse. So, what did Danny say she used? Was it like a tree branch or something? It was pretty like big, like a tree branch or something. She was wailing on Jonah something fierce. Then he got in his car, but she busted the windows out, meaning that car window shards pretty much like showered over him. Then she got in her car and slammed it into a stick. Okay, thank you, a stick. And then literally slammed into the driver's side, meaning that this dude, no seatbelt, was just rammed into by Danny's car. Then it was reported he has a bunch of broken ribs and whatnot. Tell me how this guy is at the airport with one crutch and not a scratch on him. Can somebody explain that to me? He went through all that, not a scratch on him. See, it's still ridiculous if he was drunk, it's possible. Possible what? I mean, in terms of him being intoxicated to the point where he wasn't really feeling the blows. Yeah, but in terms of him not having a scratch on him, that makes no sense. You would think after he sobered up, he would be, in so much pain. Seriously. Ice cream and foot rubs are the only thing Karen and Aaron have. Don't even get me started on that scene. The Karen and Aaron scene. Another scene that went on for way too long. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd much rather see them than Calvin and Q. And like I said on Twitter, I'm like, well, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Q was the best part about the episode when he stood up for Danny. Now you could, say that he's just trying to look good to Danny and, flirt with her, whatever. But him stepping up to Jonah, I did like that. But then again, it's like, look, it's too late for him to have a redeeming quality now. But I did like that he did that, even though he's trying to get fired, but whatever. But it doesn't make sense, though. He's like, if I quit my job, I get arrested, but I want to get fired, even though I need to keep a job for the time being. What does that make sense for? Jonah probably didn't get discharged. He probably left the hospital. Yeah, but it doesn't make sense, though. It doesn't make sense. Well, at least we know Danny really likes Fatima now. There's that. And then the Karen Aaron scene, notorious. Yeah, trust me, I'll get to that. But the Karen and Aaron scene, I was literally sitting there watching the scene. And me and Karen were on the same wavelength for like the first time in I don't know how long, but I'm just sitting there like, Aaron, were we at the same dinner last night? You heard everything I said, how I feel about Zach versus how I don't feel anything for you. Well, technically, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. What exactly are you still trying to do? And I'm just looking at Aaron like, do you even have a personality? I don't even know if what Karen is saying is getting through to him or not. He doesn't have hair, so it's not like that's blocking his brain. But what did this woman have to do to really convince you behind that? Look, I'm not into you. Seriously, Aaron's still simping after all that. Look, yeah, I don't even feel bad about the pasta thing because I'm just sitting up there. He got chicken or steak. She says pasta. I'm like, oh, is this a test to see whether or not he would leave the phone with her? And this fool was gone for over an hour because Karen said, I've been through his phone for over an hour, haven't found anything, any sketchy photos, any text messages or calls. So Aaron, it's taking him over an hour to get pasta. I don't even feel bad. You ain't got to bring his bald head into this. I ain't trying to hair shame him. Look, I barely got hair. I cut mine lower than this, but I'm just saying. I don't even feel I don't feel bad for him. It's like you could argue Karen is just using him. Karen is walking all over him. Karen has made it clear several times that she isn't feeling him. He's choosing to allow this to happen. That's what I'm saying. They're not even together, so why does she even need or want to go through his phone? That's another thing. And some people theorize that Aaron has a backup phone that is in sync to that phone. That could be true. Zach has a backup phone, remember? Because Fatima had his phone by mistake, and then, he pulled out another one. Aaron isn't desperate. He's playing Karen. Please show me the evidence. He could be using her for what exactly? Plus, didn't he say he's moving in? What is Karen really looking for? That's right. He is allowed to do what he wants. I'm trying to check the notes, see what else. The Deja scene. Notorious. That was the best part about that scene. Not to mention the timeline stuff is just all out of whack. So in Sistas, Zach and Fatima are engaged, but they make a wink and nod to the audience by mentioning that, oh, well, Fatima just doesn't wear her ring all the time. Okay. Yeah, when this fool said he moving in, I'm like, who do you think you are, man? For real. I have no evidence. I just don't think any man will be doing all this with no end game. Trust me, I'll get to that when I talk about the Sisters celebration special. The apple of your eye may be an orange. Okay, that was actually pretty funny. I think I was just so bored with the first part of the episode that scene kind of went over my head. But Deja did have some funny one-liners. But my thing is this, Deja, for someone who says you're not going to make moves on Zach, you were pretty much, trying to make a move there. city moving in. How do you just do that? I know, right? I'm like, dude, don't you got a job and stuff? Or are you going to just start working from any remote? Fatima's going to say something about being engaged. Hope she doesn't try to break it off. Yeah, I'll talk about that in the trailer breakdown. Unless somebody sends me the trailer right now, then I can look at it. Oh yeah, if you're tuning in, I will get to the giveaway winners here soon. Don't worry, I will. Andy calls Karen, blah blah blah. Andy and Fatima, the Heather thing, Danny. Oh yeah, I guess the last thing to talk about. Yeah, Tyler can drag a scene. I was irritated for Zach. Still didn't explain why they haven't mentioned it, but whatever. Zach scaring Deja. Okay, that was pretty funny. Yeah, that real estate, Sashi, that's my point. I'm like, if Zach has already proposed, what is he going to ask her at dinner? Yes, I did see the 3-minute video on BET's YouTube channel where the ladies talk about the 100th episode, and we do see Fatima with the ring on. So, but keep in mind that she could call off the engagement, but they might just, get engaged again. Don't let that be, ruled out, because remember, we still have an entire back half of season 5 before we get to season 6. What are you thinking, Zatima? Gun upstairs? Oh, you mean Belinda? What kind of lawyer is Hayden? He's a tax attorney like Mike from Bruh. I love what he just said when it regards of, I'll be whatever attorney I have to be if it means getting Zach locked up. That's Tyler's way of saying, I'm not writing in another lawyer. I'm going to have Hayden do what he needs to do. On the flip side, I love when John Williams called out Andy, you're not a criminal attorney. So if you want to talk about bail, then you need to get a criminal attorney down here, and you and this woman pretending to be a paralegal need to get out of here. Why didn't you talk about? I don't know who that is. Bill is in Sistas season 6. I know that's the actor that's playing Bill, but that's not his name in the show. I do know who you're talking about. I did see him. He's talking with Danny and Sabrina and Andy. Is Heather dating everybody in Chainbreakers? I don't know. It could be that dude Bones or whatever. Robin's going to be a full simp mode next episode. I am not looking forward to that. I am not. The fact that this has all been 3 or 4 days, I don't know. Oh yeah, also, what did I score the episode? 3 out of 10. This was a bad episode. It was. So John Williams walked into the room while the accused is talking to their attorney. Where did they do that at? TP Land. Yep. Tyler Perry actor that died. I did not know that. I did not. Also, Sabrina needed to calm down. I get that. Look, I haven't been in her situation. I pray I'm never in that situation. But all I'm saying is this, Sabrina, these are your friends, the first people who have come to visit you. Well, the first people who have been able to visit you since you've been locked up. They're trying to help. So the way she was like raising her voice and everything, I would have got up and left. I would have been like, you know what? Hey, I'm done. I'm that kind of like, if you raise your voice, I'm going to get up and walk away, because she was at like a 15. She needed to bring it down to a 2. Yeah, you don't know what's going on. So why don't you just let the people that know something actually speak? And I'm just sitting there looking at Danny the entire time. I'm like, Danny, you were this close to being on the other side of that table where Sabrina is. You're just lucky that Jonah didn't die and that he already has a criminal record. So he's not going to, call about, what you did. But then again, it's like, even if he died, yeah. Sabrina even had Danny shook, and she's the one with the less edge. I know, right? The timeline moves so slow. Yeah, I don't even want to think about the timeline. It's stupid. It really is stupid. Yeah, he should have been in more pain. At least, remember when David got caught in that car explosion when Erica died and he got flung across the yard? His entire back was banged up pretty bad. And as dumb as it was for him to leave the hospital after only like a day, At least they wrote it where it's like he had a burn suit on. Hey, Sabrina is misdirecting her anger, but guess what? I would have misdirected myself out of that room. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Judge Ross, I was getting to that. I'm like, so. But the thing is this, though. Madam contacted Judge Ross to give Andy information. Andy did not request for Madam to help Sabrina get out of jail. Judge Ross does family law. I was getting to that. Yep, I was getting to that. And I'm like, so family law, Judge Ross, you would think she would be involved with the future case that Heather is going to present to Zach about child support. I was thinking, ooh, let me save that video in my back pocket, with the child support thing being brought up next week. But Tyler just doesn't know how to write these kind of characters. Like, you can't give someone a job title and then make them be able to handle, hey, this judge handles, criminal offenses, but they also handle family law. They also handle this. They also handle that. It's stupid. Federal judges are different. Absolutely. Yes. I know TV World, she's been pregnant for over 3 seasons. For the people complaining about Karen not showing, can we please remember Melissa from the Haves and the Have-Nots? That chick was impregnated during the back half of season 1. She died in season 6, right? And she still wasn't showing. And at that point, she was like 2 months pregnant. Karen gets a pass from me anyway, because Melissa, she's the poster child, no pun intended, of, hey, I'm pregnant, but I'm not showing. 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, something like that. Karen lost a baby. We don't know that. It's not a complaint, but a valid observation. You're not wrong, but I mean, there are a lot of people who complain about it. What if Karen is pregnant with twins? Yeah, I did a video on that a long time ago. No, the matching outfits didn't irritate me. It was a fun observation. Not all women up and show they're pregnant agreed. What about the other lawyer when talking about Sabrina? You talking about John Williams? Actually, I didn't mind his character. That's very realistic. His life was ruined by Andy representing his wife in court. It sucks, but that's actually pretty legit. It reminds me of Hayden. He's using his career smarts to screw over people who he feels screwed him over. So I don't hate the character. I feel like we know and can understand his motivation. He is an obstacle that needs to be, taken down. John Williams needs to be mad at his wife. True. You can also say, like Sabrina, misplaced anger, but like he said, hey, because of you, I got to pay this much alimony. She got the house. She has a boyfriend living in my house, but she won't marry him because of the fact that would cut off the alimony. I'd be pretty pissed too. I had a bullet point list right here on my notebook about all the various things in this episode that didn't line up. And Heather knowing about the DNA results is another one. That makes no sense. It really doesn't. I don't know. All right, well, I'm done talking about the episode itself. 3 out of 10, it sucked. So, want to talk about the special, or should I just announce the winners right now and then we'll talk about the special? Because the special really was just a matter of, the cast talking, which was good. Tyler's just writing stuff at this point, and it kind of, the special was blah. Not going to lie, it kind of was, but only because I absorbed so many casters. The thing I know it's Sistas. I just wish the men got to talk more. And yeah, I think that's another thing that the special was lacking. It didn't have that fan interaction like tweets or people that called in. It just felt like we were hearing what we've already heard from like the Sistas after show, from where the cast do interviews and whatnot. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It's just like I just hate that the men were just there for like one part and then they're gone. I feel like there was a lot more that, but then again, these specials are trimmed down. They probably, you know, already they probably feel like a 3 hour special, but they had to trim it. So I don't know. All right. So what I'm gonna do here. Oops. The spacing is terrible. Um, I know it's called Sisters, but the men are still a big part of it. And the questions were limited. Yeah, they were. Tyler Perry must know the fans are annoyed, hence why we were excluded. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah. Was it worth staying up for 11? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. The Oval was way better than this. Yeah, well, I'll do it. All right, so let me do my little speech prior to announcing the winners. Just so you know, instead of 5, it's 10 winners who will get $100. So it went from a $500 to a $1,000 giveaway. And I got to say thank you to everyone for supporting the channel, because if you didn't support the channel, I wouldn't have the money to give away. So yeah, this was pretty much started when I noticed that a lot of people were disgruntled that the radio contest for the Sisters $5,000 giveaway was only for Atlanta. And I was like, yeah, that is messed up, because Sisters is a celebration for the show being number one, but Atlanta didn't do that. It was everybody around the world, not just the city, Craig, the world. And I figured instead of DVDs, I was like, well, let me try to give away some change. So 10 people get $100. I picked and I put up the video, over 137 comments, and some great stuff. It was about telling me what your favorite part about Sisters was, or what the show means to you. And I feel like after reading through all the comments this evening, um, it really hit home that one of the biggest themes of the show that resonates with fans is the representation. Women of different sizes, complexions, career fields, financial levels, you know, people talking about, the different representations of, like LGBTQ and whatnot through Maurice and others. And, the, the rugged thug with a past who actually is a diamond in the rough with Zach, true love with Zatima. And I can go on and on and on, but this is my way of giving back to you all. Cause if I had enough money, I would give it to, give money to everybody, but I'm not a billionaire or anything. Yes, Ebony was my favorite part of the special. She was looking amazing in that blue dress, the hair. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a comment right here in the chat, and I'm going to pin it to the top. And I'm also going to read them out loud. I picked the winners like at 6 o'clock, and a few of them already got the money. So here we go. Crap. Wow, I need to delete that. I thought the thing would be one line. It's just weird. This is weird. I'm trying to copy and paste the winners, but it's not going in there the way I want it. Bear with me 1 second. This is stupid. Hang on. Oh, right. That's right. I can only do so much at one time. That's what it is. I saw my name briefly. Yeah. You know what? Forget it. Let me just do it the way I was going to in the beginning. All right. So the winners are, and I'm just going to read them out loud. Then I'll put up the chat. Melrose 1. Dawn Walton. Ancient Path Natzarim. Chocolate Girl Name. GELAIVE. CTB. Shani D. Danielle Hankins Adribe. Look, I want to just put the chat in here, and if you won, you email me immediately. There we go. I'm just going to put the chat in there. And I'm going to pin it to the top. All right, so the chat. All right, so I pinned the chat to the top. So the winners' names are right there. I think they have a little bit of space between them. They might not. I apologize. It's the dumb way the chat works here. So there you go. Actually, let me check. Renee, let me double check here. Okay, let me see. Because 2 people already got their money, and like 3 more. What is it? CT, Shannon D, GELAIYE. I got about. Let me check. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 winners have already contacted me. Renee Beckham, you might want to email me again. I don't see your email unless I passed it by. Not watched the show yet. You didn't miss anything. TB, I got you. And if I haven't responded to your email yet, I will later. It's just that I had to jump from doing the special to this live stream. So if I haven't contacted you yet, you're going to get contacted within the next 24 hours. Don't worry about it. No, I have not watched Sister Living. Look, we got 3 episodes of Ruthless tomorrow. Not looking forward to it. I'm not saying it won't be good. I'm just, kind of burned out from all the Sisters content. Plus, I got a lot more to do too. Also, did anybody send me the trailer for next week yet? Let me double check. Nope. Nobody sent it yet. Was this the last episode? No, we still got 2 more, I think. And you already know I'm not excited about the show coming back super early either. Yeah, I try to go live every Wednesday. Mama's MacBook for Christmas. There we go. Yeah, because I said it was messed up. I'm like, only Atlanta. I think, what was it? 3 people won 5,000. They got the money delivered to them, and they got to meet the cast. Tension is going to be up next week. Yeah, the basketball court scene. I can't wait for that. It would be dope if they gave people a cameo. That would be better as an ATL only contest. Yeah, that makes sense. Announce the winners. I've already done that. The chat's at the top. Zach scared Deja. It was so funny. They don't need to have 3 men on the basketball court. I bet Gary invited Hayden. No doubt about that. And he only showed up to taunt Zach. Yep. I don't know if Bryce exists in Sisters. I know he's in Zatima. I mean, why haven't we seen Jake all season? Gary is indifferent about Zach. Yeah. Where's Jake? I don't know. Probably was written out. All right. Also, just another reminder, if I haven't received your email yet, send it again. Or if you follow me on Instagram, just DM me there and let me know what your YouTube username is, and we'll talk from there. So if I don't give you the money tonight, don't worry, because I'm going to sleep as soon as this live stream is over. I'll contact you within the next 24 hours. So basically, between now and let's just say Friday morning, if you're a winner and haven't contacted me, I'm just going to pull somebody else in. So this is your warning. You got till Friday morning. Please, more Danny and Fatima, their connection was funny. It was pretty funny. I just hated the ignorance of it. But that's probably due to my disdain towards people on Twitter who were mad at what I was saying about Danny. Because that's her thing. Andy was right about her deflecting. Also, dude, why didn't we talk about whatever trauma it was that keeps her running away? Gary's only interest in Zach is to use him to convince Andy to commit him. Yeah, it's just that Andy has no beef with Zach. Plus, it's a basketball court. So what? It's a free country. Renee, I got your email. Renee, you're good. You're good. So I got Renee, Angela, Shannon, CT, and Dawn. Oh, I was wrong. I thought I had 6 people. I got 5 winners who have me. I'm glad DeVal said people want to see love. Yep. I don't know if I feel right about Pam being a sister. I mean, I get what they were coming from, but I don't feel like that's no. She was trying to grab something other than the grocery bags. Aderiye, Aderiye. I got you. So that's 6 people. 6 people who have contacted me. I think Melrose won, and I can't remember the others. I got it written down. Don't worry. Danielle Hankins, Chocolate Girl, Name, and Ancient Path are the only ones. So that's 4 people I need to be contacted by, and we will talk money. Danny doesn't like Pam. Nah. Also, Zach has no reason to invite Karen to the wedding. There's no reason Karen should get an invite at all. Especially like if the DNA thing comes back and he's not the father, there's no need for Karen to be invited to him and Fatima's wedding. Not at all. And I know it's the cast just talking, but still, there's no way. A lot of nothing. I agree. Yeah. Did you see that moment when the guys came out with the flowers and DeVal went over to Karen? But then as soon as he was handing her the flowers, he went back and then went over to Crystal. I like that. Naima Britton, I got your email. Chocolate Girl. Oh, I got you. So that's 7. I think Melrose, Ancient Path, and I think that's it, honestly. I think that's it. And yeah, and Danielle Hankins. That's 3 people. So yeah, looks like all the winners will get their prize. Yeah, I was checking Zach with the flowers. Karen should not be invited, whatever the DNA outcome. Exactly. She's going to make a last attempt. She's going to be the one to object or something. So since Zatima's in universe, I don't even want to think about this. It doesn't make sense. Because Sistas is now ahead of Zatima season 1 by mentioning the DNA test results and the engagement. So And I get it. Some of the winners might not be watching the live. They could be asleep. I don't blame them. Tyler Perry needs help. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I mean, yeah, 100 episodes is great, but when you look at how lackluster the show is, it kind of sucks. I mean, all these compilation videos of, hey, let's go down memory lane. Like when they showed them during the special, when you listen to like Gary, if I could start my whole life over again, and you realize he's been saying the same crap since episode 1, and we're in episode 100. That's kind of a bad thing. It really is. And you could just tell, like, when the actors were describing their characters, there's only so much you can do. Like, what realistic woman would be with a man where you're questioning his masculinity for 100 episodes? I did like Danny's, like, idea of what her life with Preston would be, or Mignon's idea of what Danny's life with Preston would be. That was pretty fun. It sounded a lot more interesting than what they do in the show. They need fleshing out. I feel for the actors. You can tell the actors really want their characters to grow and evolve, but Tyler isn't allowing them to, so they're stuck in the same rut. I mean, didn't KJ say something about how Andy's slowly getting her power and she'll be able to walk away from getting? No, she won't. It's been 100 episodes. If you were going to leave them, you would have left them by now. So there's that. Sorry, it was like my ear was kind of ringing there. I found it shocking when Crystal said she'd never been in a fight. She plays her role well. Somebody tweeted that in a live stream. She said she fights, but I don't know. Bio. He's in season 6, so he's not gone for good. Man, oh man. 6 episodes of Riches, 45 minutes each, is a real show. Real show. I haven't heard of that one. No. I know streaming shows. There's only a few streaming shows that would do numbers if I reviewed them. So, I don't know. Tyler needs women writers. He needs something, because what he's doing now working. Like I said, hey, congrats to the cast for syndication, but I can't help but sit there and look at the cast sitting up there, and I'm like, most of y'all don't even need to be here. Not on the special, but in general on the show. I'm like, your characters should have been phased out a long time ago. Sure, they could have been there because, again, 100 episodes, but there are a number of other actors who should have been there, like Jasmine. Yeah, I'm biased. Or yeah, that's all I can think of. Yeah, I was hoping Preston hung up on Danny. Me too. Or better yet, not answer the phone. It tickled me that Heather couldn't spell Hayden's name. Honestly, I'm surprised he wasn't there either. Mignon is ashamed of her character. She was holding her head down, but she defends the heck out of her on social media, so there's that. All right, so again, let me read it. Melrose 1, Ancient Path, Nat Serum, and Danielle Hankins, you are the last winner standing. Please email me if you are watching this live stream. I was saying the same thing earlier. She had questioned his sexuality the whole time. Dude got his assets frozen and was left stranded in the woods, and he's abusive, and you're still with him, unrealistic. Yeah, and it also reminded me of how bad it was to see Jacoby fired when he did nothing wrong. Calvin was the one that made the first move on him. My integrity wouldn't allow me to continue playing these characters of substance, but the love of money. I wouldn't say the love of money. It's more like when a show gets syndicated, and I don't know how much the actors make, but I'm pretty sure they get a significant boost each season. I mean, look, I'm trying to get out my parents' house. I'm trying to get a house. You don't think I would be up there acting my ass off if I was getting paid? Shit. Syndication equals residuals. I'd stay too. My point exactly. You think I want to stay in this room forever? My childhood room. You think I want to be in here? No. Jacoby had to leave. Yeah, exactly. The contract clause, because you can't be dating co-workers, which is kind of weird how Nick and Tinka were doing that on the haves and the have-nots. Tyler probably cracked down on the rules because of that. Yeah, I don't get. Plus, Andy was confident that she could beat Gary's case against her. So why is she saying I'm making him calm? I agree. KJ and Mignon were high fiving each other for being garden tools. Yet Andy doesn't like being called out when she's rightfully called out for having a body count. It's raining here. It was here all day. Didn't they get married? Who? Oh yeah, Candace and Justin in real life. So Andy is a jack of all trades attorney. She's whatever Tyler needs her to be. Gary gave her those gifts and put in her name. I think she would win. Again, Andy told Gary, even if you took this to court, I would easily win. So her coming up with the excuse for why she was doing what she was doing made no sense. If the dating contract clause is truly in effect, hey, I don't know about if the Crystal Tyler thing is real, and I'm not getting into that. I'm glad the man's not dead, and he also had a bad record. Honestly, I wish he was dead other than him not having a scratch. I'm pretty sure Jacoby left for All the Queen's Men. That's true, but with the way filming works, I'm pretty sure he could have been on both shows. And plus, even if Jacoby was still in Sisters, if Jacoby had stayed in Sisters, he wouldn't have had to make it this far into the show. He could have at least been there for another season, if not half a season. I forgot when he left, season 3, right? I could be wrong, but the show moves so fast. It's kind of ironic. We get fast release dates for the show, yet the show hasn't really moved anywhere since episode 1. There we go. I ain't gonna lie. I felt when they were talking about, when we first started, we didn't have a lot of money and stuff, but as time went on, and I'm just thinking there like, man, I wish I knew that feeling. Gary bought her the house and the car. Yes, but he was looking at Danny like he was planning on doing something to her. Not sure what he was planning to do with that crutch. I mean, could he catch her? Was he just there to intimidate her? What's going on with that? Yes, he's on All the Queen's Men. I know. I don't think that show is going to make it to 100 episodes, though. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I need to stay up so I can watch House of Pain and The Oval. That way, when I wake up, I only got the BET Plus shows, but I don't know. Jacoby and Andy doesn't blend to me. Something is off with them as a married couple. They're not married in real life. I thought you were talking about Tinka and Nick. Gary did Andy so wrong. Why still be with him? I can't wait for Ruthless. Yes, Gary did, but he did not pay on the taxes she did. All the Queen's Men was better than Kristen Cleaves was writing. In real life, the actor that plays Jacoby is engaged to Andy. KJ, yes. Jonah scared me when Danny saw him sitting there. I was shocked, but also laughing out loud, like, wait, this guy's just sitting here like he didn't just get beat, ran over. We know he wasn't run over, but you know what I mean. Yes, Gary. Oh, okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Anything? Like I said, I'm probably going to watch Oval and House of Pain or just go to sleep because I might just do a crap ton of Sisters videos tomorrow because we got a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I knew that Jacoby was going to date Andy. Is there encore to Sisters? Yeah, it started at 11 o'clock. Man, oh man. So what time does Roosters come on? I think what 3 a.m. Sabrina will get out and Danny's going to get in trouble some guy's headspace. Not Karen, Sabrina. Nah. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Nothing else to talk about. All right. So with that being said, be on the lookout for a lot of videos coming because I got a lot of shows to do content on. A lot of them. Oh yeah, it's kind of funny. You got Jonah, he's on a crutch, and then his son is obviously going to be on crutches because he like broke his leg at camp. So there you go. All right. So with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in. Congrats to the winners. I will contact you within the next day or so. How do you feel about the new Bruh episode? Well, Bruh doesn't come on until tomorrow. I posted my reviews from last week. There you go. All right. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. Like the video. Check out all the content I got posted. All the winners. I will be in contact with you very soon. So I got your emails right here. And have a great night.